Very good evening to one and all. I welcome back you once again to my YouTube video, and in this video I will discuss about ongoing artificial intelligence summit in India. The summit is going on in New Delhi with lot of chaos, traffic and as well as with lot of world delegates which have arrived in New Delhi. More than 100 delegates have arrived in New Delhi and there are almost 20 head of governments have also arrived. And we also know that the President Emmanuel Macron, the President of France, also the President of Brazil, Lula da Silva have also arrived. And with Emmanuel Macron, we have done several deals as well. So the overall review of this AI summit I will cover in my next video. But in this video, I will cover what are the challenges, opportunities, and what India can do to achieve some ground achievements in artificial intelligence or in this field. So there are obviously three sectors, especially agriculture, health, and human capital. If I talk about agriculture only, so there are more than 70% of the world food is given or produced by the small land holding farmers whose yields are also very low. And to develop the yields, artificial intelligence can help them. I will tell you next. Another thing, if I talk about the health coverage, 4.5 billion people are there in the world who are not covered by basic health coverage, and millions of children and adults are there which are still illiterate. So artificial intelligence can help these people, and in terms of India as well. Now if I talk about the agriculture field, so there are several artificial intelligence portal like Kisan E-Mitra, which is every day handling the cases or is providing the replies to the farmer queries of more than 20,000 farmers. If I talk about there is a project of Telangana which is Sagu Bagu project, which have doubled the chili farmers' income of Telangana with means of providing some insights by reducing the fertilizers and pesticides, and also by increasing their sales. So this is the use of technology in farming. If I talk about healthcare, so doctor to patient ratio in India is 1:11,000, which is very shocking, which is very unacceptable for India's point of view, which is with this large population we need to produce more qualified doctors. But in this crisis, artificial intelligence can also help, because we have seen in the recent years the X-ray reports are being produced instantly by artificial intelligence with minimum cost. The lot of tests, lot of screening of like tuberculosis, screening of cancer are also being done by artificial intelligence. And there is an e-Sanjeevani portal. E-Sanjeevani portal is also helping people to cure their several diseases. So if I talk about the skills, so if there are 10 AI jobs, so for every 10 AI jobs there is only one qualified engineer in India. So we need to produce more qualified artificial intelligence engineers, and that is only possible with digital public infrastructure. And if we develop the digital public infrastructure, we need more sustainable power, that is electricity power. And for producing more sustainable electricity power, we need again technology, again infrastructure. Because we all know, with the recently concluded Shanti bill, we are developing more nuclear energy, and nuclear energy will producing electrical energy in return. That will be also very helpful for us. So we are growing at a very good rate, but still we have a long way to go. Because if I talk about the digital connectivity or the digital gap, so there are only 24% people in rural India which have internet access versus 66% in urban India. So this gap needs to be filled up or plugged up with the upcoming era of technology. And if I talk about the gender parity in digital access, we are obviously at the far bottom in the world. So what can we do? We need to provide more and more large language models. We had a good quantity of data, but the quality of data needs to be produced by Indian developers. And if I talk about the imports of artificial intelligence or the chip equipments, 90% of India's imports is coming from the different countries. So we are highly dependent on the imports. So we need to reduce this dependency on the other countries regarding the imports of the chips or semiconductor equipments to produce these large language models or the GPUs, so that we can develop our more highly expertise models for the future point of view. Because in this artificial intelligence age, US and China have a critical race nowadays, and these countries have a sheer control of several rare earth elements and metals which are very helpful to develop these LLMs and GPUs. So what we can do is to focus more on the indigenous development of these things, to focus more on digital public infrastructure, provide better skill development to the India's youth, because if it is a workforce of 739 million people in the world, or can we say in India, only 5% are having formally skilled. So we need to fill this gap as well. And to fill this gap, we need to provide better skill development. Institutions must replace their old age equipments with the new age equipments. That's how it is possible. Thank you.